guys, welcome back. Today I'm here with a movie review and discussion. I wanted to talk a little bit about Avengers Endgame because it was so freaking good. Fair warning, this is a discussion of the film, and so this is going to be a spoilery video. So if you have not yet seen Endgame, if you do not want to be spoiled for the film, I'm warning you now, click out, save this, and watch it later, because this is for people who have seen the film. I'm going to be discussing details and spoilers. So let's go. We are real big Marvel fans in this household. My husband got me hooked into the MCU, or Marvel Cinematic Universe, when we were dating, which was kind of a long time ago. I mean, I guess it's been what, like 9 years or so since I was first introduced to the MCU. One of his favorite movies at the time was Iron Man, so he got me to watch it and I was completely hooked. So it's one of our things. We always go see the films together. We're big fans, and so we were really excited coming up on Endgame. And I have to say, it surprised me in the best possible way. If you guys follow my channel at all, you might know that I talk a lot about books, and the sorts of books that I love the most are often really character-driven books. And so this film surprised me because it was a very character-driven film, and I loved it. It totally worked for me. I thought that it was so compelling and so smart the way that they did it, taking all of these characters to this very sort of dark place and then moving forward out of that. You really see a lot of growth and a lot of character development, and it was just done beautifully. It was emotionally compelling, it was interesting, the action wasn't overdone, there was action where it needed to be, and can I just say, the final battle scene at the end was so epic and so much fun. It was exactly what I think we all wanted to see. And if you guys caught the moment where you have all of the women together who are fighting and running into battle, oh my gosh, I loved it. It was so good. It was so good. I also thought the ending was just beautifully done. I thought it was really perfect. We won't talk about the fact that their whole approach to the way that time travel works doesn't totally make sense, because it was still a really good ending for Captain America. Given the way that they talk about it, it doesn't really make sense that he could then live through and be an old man, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it because it was a great ending for his character, and I'm kind of okay with it, even if it's not like internally consistent. It's fine, it's fine. It was really cool also seeing Captain Marvel come in and sort of save the day. She's like such a badass. I also really enjoyed the character arc for Iron Man. I thought that was handled really well, and it's so interesting too, seeing the foreshadowing moments throughout the movie where you see the decision that he'll make to sacrifice himself at the end, like the moment where he has a conversation with his father, and his father talks about hoping that his son isn't too much like him, where his own interests came above the interests of others. And so that's just, it's really good. It was such a satisfying conclusion. Such a satisfying conclusion, I think, to this era of the MCU. And I know we're continuing on. I'm really excited to see where we go, but this feels like a great conclusion to what has come thus far. Another thing that really surprised me is seeing Hulk and Bruce Banner finally figure themselves out and become one person. That was really cool and not something that I was necessarily expecting. I thought that was really fun. As usual, there are some really funny moments. I've got to give it up to Chris Hemsworth. He's hilarious. Like, I think what works so well for him is he's this really attractive guy who doesn't take himself too seriously, and that's not something that you find all that often, and I just love it. He's so funny, and it just works. I thought this was really cool. I think with the time travel element to this, it was also really fun getting to go back and see all of these moments from previous films and see characters that are no longer a part of the universe. Like, all of the cameos were so great. Like getting to see Agent Carter, which I love, and I was so sad when they canceled her show because I thought it was fantastic. But that was so great, and guys, what a great ending for Captain America. I'm sorry if this is all over the place, but I knew, like, when he was looking through the window, and I was like, I know he's gonna come back here and be with her, and it was just so beautiful. Like, what a beautiful ending for his life, and then passing on the shield to the next Captain America. I'm really excited to see where that goes. I also think that Spider-Man, this is like the best rendition of Spider-Man we've been getting, so I'm excited to see where they take his character arc. I would be thrilled if they decided to bring Miles Morales into this universe. I think there's absolutely room for that, and I think it would allow for some really interesting topicality in the way that they talk about different things. So fingers crossed for that on my end. And of course, I was super excited to see all of the Black Panther folks come back. I loved Black Panther. I actually have a review of that one as well, which I will link above if any of you guys want to go check that out. But it was really, really fun to see them walking out together, and I was like, yes, they're back. They're back. We're gonna get more. I'm so excited to get more with Shuri. She's my favorite. I mean, is she not everybody's favorite? Because she's freaking amazing. I love her. She is like my STEM queen. Going back to Thor, I think it's going to be so much fun to see him with the Guardians, because we end the movie with Thor and Star-Lord on the Guardians spaceship, and guys, I just think it's going to be so great, so much fun. A few other things I wanted to chat about. One is there's been a little bit of speculation that they're getting ready to position Captain Marvel as being the first queer character in the MCU. Which, a couple thoughts on that. Number one, I think people are speculating on this because of the haircut. She has like shorter hair and more of like a slightly masculine thing. I have like mixed feelings on this. On the one hand, it's about time we did have a queer character in the MCU, and so I'm thrilled if we do get that. On the other hand, I don't love the idea that we're going to masculinize a female character who's queer. Like, that just plays into so many tropes that I think are problematic. And the fact that she's like the most powerful female superhero that we have, and then, I don't know, it's so... I have like mixed feelings on that. Let me know in the comments down below your feelings on this, because I'm so mixed on it. Like, on the one hand, I'm like, great. Like, I was kind of hoping, honestly, having watched Captain Marvel, her prequel film, I think it's very, very easy to read her as a queer character, which I think is great. But I didn't love that if that is the direction they're intending to go, that they had to go in this more sort of masculinized direction for this film. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have to do that. Not that I think it's wrong that she has short hair or whatever, but I'm just thinking, like, if we're gonna, like, can we not have a, like, feminine queer character? Why is that a problem? Am I the only one who feels this way? But you know what? I think we'll probably take what we can get. Things are moving ahead in positive ways, and I'm really excited to see where the rest of the films are gonna go in the future. One other thing that I wanted to chat about is the fact that there were no end credit scenes in this movie. I'm so annoyed about it. I'm so annoyed about it. I mean, guys, like, yeah, it's an ending, but it's not really an ending. And like, all of the films have end credits. So I was chatting with my husband about this because he reads lots of articles, and apparently there have been all these people talking about how, like, oh, it's all the millennials wanting their end credit scenes and they just need to be okay with an ending, and like they always like want this and it's never been typical. And I'm like, excuse me, no. I do not expect end credit scenes in every movie I watch, but I do expect them in a Marvel movie because that's what they do. Like, from basically the beginning, that's what they have done. So of course you come to expect it. I didn't feel so upset about it because I think they did do a really nice montage at the end where you get to see all of the different characters and clips from the films that they've been in, and that was a really nice, I thought, homage to some of the characters that we're not going to have moving forward, and just the original cast of the Avengers. I thought that was really cool. And then there was also a sort of minor sound that was like a tribute to Iron Man at the very end of the film. So we did get that. But I'm irritated at the people who are being like, millennials, they want all the end credit scenes. I'm like, no. Like, really, this is because it's what Marvel has always done. So I wish we had gotten something, like, a little bit more, but I'm not too upset about it because I did like the way that they handled it regardless. But I'm still a little bit salty about the fact that I didn't get any of my end credit scenes. But it's fine. It's fine. Overall, I thought the film was such a success. I thought it was so well done. The pacing was really good. And honestly, I'm glad it was 3 hours long. When I first found out that it was going to be 3 hours, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. That's way too long. But now, having seen the film and seeing what they accomplished in those 3 hours, I think they needed it, and I think they used the time very, very well. So I'm not upset about that. I'm glad that they made it a longer film and that they really fully told the stories that they needed to tell for all of these different characters. It was absolutely worth it. So those are my thoughts on Avengers Endgame. Talk to me in the comments down below if you have any other thoughts or comments on the things that I said. And question of the day, are you a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? And if so, what is one of your favorite films that has come out thus far? Let me know. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.